My name is Emily Wharton, and I'm the director of the Iowa Department for the Blind. So the mission of the Iowa Department for the Blind is to help blind Iowans become gainfully employed and live independently. Losing one's eyesight might be a big change in life, but it doesn't need to stop you from having a family, from having a career, from going on vacations, from living a full, complete, and happy life. We provide a lot of different services to youth, to families, to folks who are older who are losing vision, and folks of employment age. And so it's very important that the different program areas that we have work together to really pool our resources and also really focus in on our mission. You know, the first part of it is the skills. The other part of it is to have a positive attitude towards blindness, and a lot of that comes from finding peer support, understanding from other folks who have been there, and this isn't so bad, I can do this. Our biggest program is our vocational rehabilitation program.
My name is Carrie Osterhaus, and I am the Vocational Rehabilitation Program Administrator at the Iowa Department for the Blind. Vocational rehabilitation services provided through the Iowa Department for the Blind truly focus on assisting the individual to achieve employment as the primary goal. An IPE is an individualized plan for employment, and what that is essentially a roadmap that assists an individual in knowing what their ultimate goal is and helping to understand how they're going to get there. Individualized plan for employment really is kind of the backbone of the services that are provided through a vocational rehabilitation program. The reason, though, that we need those specialized services is really twofold. One, to assist with addressing the misconceptions and myths that are out there about blindness and in our society. And then the second one is to actually address the barriers. There are a number of misconceptions out there related to hiring individuals who are blind. One of the misconceptions is that the individual who is blind can't do many of the jobs, when in fact a number of jobs can be made accessible with the use of assistive technology or finding alternative ways of accomplishing the task. Hiring managers often believe that an individual's accommodation is going to be really expensive, when in fact accommodations for hiring individuals who are blind or have vision loss are typically less than $1,000. Another misconception that is out there is that that person who is blind is going to require a person with them throughout the day to assist them in navigating and getting to the lunchroom or to the bathroom or just around the office. We're able to assist in raising expectations about what they can do with their futures. We're also able to help those students understand that there really are no limits to what they can do other than the limits that they put on themselves.
I'm Helen Stevens. I'm the Education and Training Director here at the Department for the Blind. For vocational rehabilitation teachers, youth are a significant focus of their time. So they plan and run most of our weekend retreats. They also work with students and their individualized education program teams at school to help them with the expectations that they set for their students. So working with the schools on having students walk from class to class themselves and knowing how they can do that, or making sure that students are doing the same standard of work as other students. The LEAP program is one of the most fun and exciting programs that our team gets to do every year. The entire summer, we have students from across the state come and they live with other students and adult blind role models. And they get to do a range of activities, you know, more traditional education activities such as Braille and technology class, but then a lot of confidence and kind of fun activities for expanding social skills, such as going rock climbing, going canoeing. Activities are important because so much of life isn't just sitting in a classroom. Employers tend to think about how people they hire fit in with the group. There can be kind of more, you know, if you're interacting with the public as part of your job. And so activities focus on those skills but also so much of it is about the confidence that you have to go out and do things. Doing the things that everyone else does and realizing that you can do that helps people expand their ideas of what they like to do, what they can do, what they might want to do in the future.
I'm Alan Backel. I am the director of the Orientation Center here at the Iowa Department for the Blind, and I, on a daily basis, oversee the training of students here and supervise the staff in the center. We have a residential training center here in Des Moines, and we focus on changing attitudes about blindness through skills training. We run this like it's a job. So you come in, it's 8 to 5. All the classes work together to really develop the attitude and the confidence in yourself as a blind person using non-visual skills and non-visual techniques. We have communications, which encompasses Braille and technology. We have cane travel, which is the travel with a long white cane. Home management, which mainly focuses on cooking, but there's a lot of other things that come into that. We have life skills and jobs class, and then we have industrial arts, mostly woodworking, but we also have metalworking as well. Shop gives us a great time for all kinds of things, such as Braille, such as using a lot of tactile stuff, a lot of problem solving, a lot of mental mapping. The advantage to having shop is building confidence. Most people under learning shades would not think to run a saw. And then we also have business class, which is our more of a discussion, more of a debate class, and that's every day. It really focuses on the business of blindness, which could be dealing with society and their impressions of blindness, to dealing with family or anything that someone wants to bring in. Students who sometimes will become very frustrated in a certain subject area, and it's the other classes that they find easier and kind of take their mind off of the frustrations of learning, because a training center is a frustrating place to be. It's not easy, and you know, nothing worthwhile ever is. But this is a place where people get to really work at developing skills, learning how to problem solve through different issues, no matter what they are. People get out of it what they put into it. It's investing in yourself and your future to really start adjusting to blindness, to really start figuring out how you live with it, becoming okay with it, and putting it into the proper place in your life. I oftentimes tell students that I can teach you how to think about blindness, and we can teach you how to do the skills, but we can never get you to believe in yourself as a blind person. It's really getting people to reduce blindness to just a characteristic in their life, to not let their life be defined in any kind of way related to their vision, that they should be able to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it. And that's really what the center is about, is bringing back independence to blind people.
My name is Jeremiah Khaleck, and I decided to come to the center because I wanted to learn how to be independent. After I graduate the center, I want to be a choreographer because it has always been my dream to dance. The center has really taught me a lot, like don't be afraid, because if you try your best, you breathe, you can actually do it. Don't ever doubt yourself. Try your best, and that's all that matters.
My name is Wendy. At my house, I wouldn't cook. All I did is clean. Since I have all these skills, it all changed. Like going through this center, it has helped me a lot. When I came, I had some struggles in the beginning because I have vision still. Like, I always use my vision. I didn't know any Braille, I was struggling. So I'm learning the Braille code, the numbers, the letters, how to read it, how to spell it, and everything. I feel like Braille is important to me because no matter what, I can still read it.
My name is Kevin Bodtke. I'm the committee chairman for the Committee of Blind Vendors in the Business Enterprises Program. The Business Enterprises Program is a state-federal partnership that allows blind people to own and operate their own food service facilities on county, state, and federal property. It is a program that's been around since the 30s, and it's been very successful nationwide, employing thousands of blind people throughout the decades. There's a pride that comes along with owning your own business, and I think the Business Enterprises Program is a great opportunity for people who are driven, who want to become entrepreneurs. Ultimately, our goal with the Business Enterprises Program is to get blind people out into the community, and so the rest of society can see the blind individual contributing, owning their own business, and being a full member of society.
I'm Sandi Ryan, and I am the chair of the Iowa Commission for the Blind. The main purpose of the board is to ensure that the activities and the policies of the Department for the Blind lead blind Iowans to the best opportunities for them, help them live their dreams. Another responsibility that we have is to approve and monitor the budget. When I first came as a student to the department, I had been blind all my life, and I really thought I knew everything I needed to know. But I had been taught that there would not be jobs available for me as a totally blind person. When I came to the center, what I learned was that there was a whole set of skills that could help me compete in the sighted world on an equal footing. The main thing that I got was confidence to, first of all, dream, and then to do the hard work that made my dreams a reality. I got 2 degrees from Iowa State University, and during that time the department did my textbooks in either Braille or audio. I took a class in anatomy and physiology where the tests were practical tests, meaning that there were trays on each table with various parts of animals, and I had never done anything like that. So the department helped by finding a person who had a blind person, and I aced that class, so they were very helpful that way. When I needed adaptive equipment, the department helped out with equipment that I needed. The technology that has come along for blind people is wonderful, but it is also quite expensive. And you know, they didn't just buy me something on a whim, but they helped me to learn to assess what I needed. I teach a class in the orientation center once a month where I encourage the students, many of whom are recently blind, to dream. Very often blind people think dreams are for others. One of the things I always tell people is, if you think you can't do something, chances are you just haven't discovered the way that it can be done. I truly believe blind people can do anything.
I am Sarah Williford, Library Director for the library at the Iowa Department for the Blind. The library is a regional library for the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. So we provide Iowa residents with materials in alternative formats. And those formats include Braille, large print, print Braille, electronic text, and audio. The Instructional Materials Center provides educational materials for pre-K, so pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, as well as post-secondary education. Our goal with the Instructional Materials Center is to make sure that the students who need the alternative formats have the materials at the same time as their sighted peers. The library has a special focus on Braille literacy and students learning Braille. What we really want our students to do is understand the benefits of Braille and love Braille and know how it applies to literacy for them. So we have been working on different programs. Some of them happen during our SOAR Saturdays. SOAR stands for Strength, Opportunities, Aspirations, and Reading. What we do each month is we open the library, provide access to our services, and then also programs around different themes focusing on literacy, love of reading, and STEM, as well as career exploration. Another one is for parents, their siblings, as well as the students. It's called Braille Bits, and we're finding that families are really enjoying learning Braille together. We also work with the National Braille Institute, and we are the host site for the Iowa Regional Braille Challenge, where students come together and kind of compete and test their Braille knowledge. And if they do well, they can move on to the National Braille Challenge in California.
We need volunteers in almost every aspect of the work that we do here at the department. One of the things that I do right now is proofread Braille books. For blind people, Braille is literacy. Technology can help people to learn and to use Braille more efficiently, but technology will never replace Braille. Our first volunteers were our Braille transcribers and our narrators for audiobooks. Without them, we would not have the world-class library that we have. We also can use volunteers for transportation when none is available for people to access our programs and services. And we use volunteers also to work with our staff in the day-to-day. So there are lots of opportunities here for volunteers, and we value every one of them.
I'm Kim Barber, and I'm the Independent Living Program Administrator here at the Iowa Department for the Blind for the Independent Living Program. An independent living client is going to learn many things in our program. They would learn to count money, identify dollar bills and coins. We also teach how to prepare meals. So they have basic things on how do you cut up vegetables, or how to sew on buttons, for example. Some of the very basic things that they may have done as a sighted individual, and when they've lost their vision, they say, you know, I can't do this anymore. And we tell them, absolutely you can do this. We want to teach you these skills non-visually though. We don't want individuals to have to necessarily rely on their sighted spouses or their friends. We want them to be empowered to do things on their own. And we want them to be able to live in their own homes independently rather than be relegated to nursing homes or assisted living facilities, because we do believe that they can do these things on their own with the proper training and the proper support through our services. So we introduce the sleep shades as a way for them to learn these skills non-visually, and we teach them using the structured discovery way, where we practice and guide them using these methods, beginning with simply giving them self-discovery and self-motivation and self-monitoring methods. For example, if we're teaching them how to do cane travel, rather than directly telling the client when he or she is not arcing the cane correctly, when they are out of step, the teacher might say, "Do you feel that your cane is arcing wide enough?" We want them to use their senses when they are actually learning activities in independent living. Independent living integration is a week-long training that we offer to a group of individuals, typically over the age of 55 years old. The classes will include communications, meal planning, meal preparation, and often develop a support group out of this. The community-based trainings are offered regionally by our independent living teachers. It is similar to the week-long training that we offer here, the IL integration, senior integration. The difference is this is just a one-day, 6-hour training where we talk about the business of blindness. We will typically have a cane travel class. There will be a meal preparation, money identification. We will have some Braille instruction and various other classes throughout the day. If we can help even one person gain that confidence and gain those skills, that's a job well done.
All of our services really do work to complement each other and really towards our main mission of helping blind Iowans be gainfully employed and live independently. Blindness doesn't need to stop you from achieving your dreams, from doing the things that you really want to do in life. We are ambassadors of hope. A lot of times when people are losing vision, they think that they don't have hope. And what we need to do is bring them the hope and help them understand that there is a whole world of things that they can do. If you'd like more information about the services and the programs that we have here at the Iowa Department for the Blind, you can visit our website, blind.iowa.gov.